as Olivier was mentioning, start small. Hey, AWS had those great little, and I think they actually discontinued them, which was a shame, but they had those great little like vibration and temperature sensors you could just toss on a bunch of things. And that gives you a bunch of information without having to do all this extra stuff, trying to either rip and replace a big system or trying to implement it in a way that might be opening you up because you're trying to fit old technology into new processes.
And one thing to add is it's not because you start small that you start quick and dirty. You actually need to start small, but correctly, do things right, And so don't open everything up. Don't, go for the big hammer to just put something down there. It's something that is I'm seeing often and often, which is the extremes. Whether you go full blown with an entire IoT platform and everything in there, the shebang that you're never going to use and you don't even know it's there. And the opposite is like doing quick and dirty. Yes, you can prototype a very interesting solution with a Raspberry Pi and open everything up and use whatever open source technologies there on top of that embedded Linux OS, and then SSH and with the password and all the bad practice, but that will get you to a point where things are kind of working. And then, you have the problems with security, with resilience, with scalability. It's not because you start small or should start small that you should start quick and dirty. You can start small, but correctly, with, once again, the long-term or mid-term and long-term in mind and where you're going to go. Like data unification is a good example of that. How you're going to start shaping your data in formats that will work when you have more than 2 data points and you have hundreds. Instead of having to redesign everything when you get to that point, you design things from the get-go with 2 data points, with something that might be a little bit more, over-engineered than what you could do, because you will think about UNS, you will think about some form of digital twin, but you will be resilient and you will be, you will be able to scale afterwards without too much effort, which is what you're looking for.